From the Cougar Den in Grayson County High School, the Grayson County Lady Cougars are back at home looking to win what would be their 7th straight game. On Friday and Saturday, they had a pair of massive district wins, but now they go into another district trying to extend the winning streak. And a good evening and welcome inside the Cougar Den for tonight's coverage of Lady Cougar basketball on K105. I'm Sam Gormley. He's Steven Smith. Steven, 6 straight wins. You're 2 weeks away from the most important game of the season. All your district games are done, so now you're just trying to get better before that big game coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. And, we talk about a lot of these games that really don't mean as much, but now they actually do with the RPI, trying to get that first seed in the district tournament. So I think it's important every time that we take the floor that we give a supreme effort, play as hard as you can. Obviously, you're never trying to lose a game, but this time of year, you think district games are behind you. You're just looking to get your players better. Now these games mean something with that seeding for the district tournament.
We'll talk about that. We'll introduce you to Muhlenberg County. We'll have Steven's strategies, and we'll talk to assistant coach Brian Jones. That comes up and more right here on the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show coming up next, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Ever struggle to find a place where everyone can have a good time? Whether it's guys' night out, girls' night out, or the whole family, Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill has you covered. Celebrate with the team after the game. Enjoy live music or enjoy the cornhole tournament. The arcade games keep the kids entertained while you enjoy happy hour discounts on drinks and appetizers. With a full menu of the longer favorites, there's something for everyone. Find Hometown Hangout on Les Maidonk in Litchfield.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. They are getting ready to get underway. Muhlenberg County enters with a record of 5-18. They're 0-4 in 10th district play. They're already set up. They're going to be playing McLean County here in 2 weeks in the 10th district tournament, as Ohio County's the first team that has clinched their spot to play at the world-famous Owensboro Sports Center in the 3rd region tournament coming up a little bit later on. The players you'll need to know for this team is you got the Wilkinses. As you have Izzy Wilkins, she's averaging 14 points and 8.3 rebounds per game. And then you have Taylor Wilkins. She's averaging 13.7 points and 7.5 rebounds per game. It's those two that you're really going to have to watch for. And then you've got the 8th grade guard, Brinley Sparks. She's averaging about 6 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. She's a very talented young player and somebody that Grayson County fans are going to have to get to know. And then it's honestly, Steven, if your name's Sparks and you play at Muhlenberg County, you got to be pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pedigree down in that line of the country, and I don't know. You have to believe that she's somehow related to Patrick.
I could not find a direct relation, but Sparks, there's got to be some semblance of a relation. But if you're in Muhlenberg County and you're watching today, I'd love to know the connection because I from what I can understand, it's not a daughter of Patrick, but I'm sure it's connected somehow. Lady Cougars, winners of 6 straight. We'll take a break, introduce you more to them after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere.
95696. Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Lady Cougars and Lady Mustangs of Muhlenberg County inching closer towards getting underway. The 21st all-time matchup between these two squads. Muhlenberg County leads it 11-9. As this is the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show. Make sure to stop in and see Hometown Hangout before and after every single Grayson County game this season and for any big sporting event, including like the one last night. You got great deals on happy hour for you to come and enjoy everything that goes along at Hometown Hangout. Lady Cougars 14-8, and you know if you're watching today, you know this team very well. For the most part, you know Bree Jones, 31 points on Saturday. So what I want to do is we're going to take about a minute and a half and talk about, Stephen, you mentioned it in the open, this acronym RPI. Because it could matter for both the boys and the girls. So really quick, we're going to kind of go over this. So first off, if in girls, we're just going to talk about the girls right now when it comes to this. If Butler County beats Edmonson County on Friday night, everything that I'm about to say means nothing. You just rip it up, throw it away. The math doesn't math because Grayson County will be 5-1, Edmonson County, Butler County will be 4-2. It doesn't matter then. So then the district tournament would be easy for who would be the 1 seed. Now, if Edmonson County beats Butler County, which if we were betting men, they're favorite to do.
Sure.
They won by a lot when they played again. Now, doesn't mean anything in district games, but let's just say that does happen.
This game will be in Morgantown.
Correct. This game would be in Morgantown. So you would have Edmonson and Grayson at 5-1. So then how the district is now going to break these ties is what's called the RPI. So what this is it will take your record, your opponent's record, and your opponent's record. So what this will do then is the goal of this is to try and reward you for not only winning games, but winning games against good teams. That's the basic of this. Now, there are some flaws to this. For instance, Grayson County played Tell City. That counts as if they would play a 500 squad, whether they would play the number 1 team in the state of Indiana or they would play the worst team in the state of Indiana. Now, Tell City is probably somewhere in the middle of that, which is probably pretty accurate when it comes to the 500. So there are some faults to this system. So with that being said, when you look at this, Grayson County does play a harder schedule to end the season than Edmonson County does. But that can maybe be a bad thing because Edmonson County might have more wins left on their schedule, whereas Grayson County might have to gut out a couple. This is one of these games against Muhlenberg County that's not going to help a ton when it comes to RPI. But games later in the week against Central Hardin, Greenwood, and Madisonville are huge games for Grayson County coming into the RPI. Does that kind of make sense, Stephen?
Yeah, and you go back and you think about some of the games. You look at the Warren East game, where Warren East has a really good team.
Even Callaway County to open up the year, who is, I think, 25-3. That's a huge one because it rewards you for, like, that game has more benefit than going and playing a team made up of myself, you, and Eli that would go 1-30.
Yeah.
There's more benefit to playing really good teams when it comes to that. Mike McClintock is here tonight, but we're going to talk to Coach Jones and get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Hey, Kentucky High School senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood. And unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show. Welcome back to the Locker Room Show. Basketball Live. Sam Gormley now joined by assistant coach Brian Jones. Coach, huge win on Saturday on the road at Butler County. When you got the chance to go back and watch it, what'd you see?
Well, I thought we handled their physicality really well. I don't think we shot it particularly well, but we got good looks at the rim. I thought our girls did a really nice job boxing out. It's kind of been a point of emphasis for us here over the last few weeks, and I thought they did well, especially in the second half. I think we limited their offensive opportunities, and they weren't getting multiple looks at it. So, I thought it was just gritty, gutsy by our group. Had some girls not feeling 100%. I thought they did a nice job of just gutting it out and getting through that. Sometimes in those district games, you just got to find a way to win, and I thought our girls did exactly what they needed to do to come out of there with a win. And the biggest thing was handle their physicality, because that's just how Butler plays. And so I was really happy and impressed with how we handled all the hand checks and different things like that they do. And I'd like to have seen us handle their pressure a little bit better, but all in all, I think we played a pretty good game and a tough place to play.
You mentioned it after the game, I think it was Friday night, that Sutton always plays better later in the season. She gets better as the season goes along. What does that do for your offense when she starts shooting the ball at the rate she has been?
Well, it makes it hard for them to chase. When you got 2 or 3 girls that can score, you see people from time to time will chase Bree. She gets face carded from time to time. We haven't really seen many people try to go triangle and 2 on us. Twice, I think, this year we've had somebody chase Bree while also chasing Sutton. But then you got Isabel, and you've got Hannah, and Ella inside, or Peyton or somebody else. And so we've got several girls, I think, right now averaging between 4 and 6 points a game. And so I think if you get too laser focused in on 1 or 2 of our girls, we got some other ones that can hurt you. And I think Trinity was a great sign of how we move the ball, and when we're shooting well. I think we had 20-something assists in that game. Bree had 10 herself. And so when you can drive and kick and create for others, it just makes you tough to guard, because if you want to stay out on shooters, we're going to be able to drive the lane on you and get layups. If you want to play help side and take that away, we're going to kick it out. And, we've got somebody out there that right now is shooting at a really high rate from the 3 line. So, it's kind of been 3 years in a row now with her that as we've went on, she goes from a 20% shooter to a 30% shooter to a 40% shooter, and she finishes the year peaking, which is exactly what you want to see.
What do you see from Muhlenberg, and how do you pick up a win?
Well, they've got the Wilkins girls averaging about 14 apiece. One of them is more like a guard and will shoot the 3 and, dribble drive and some different things like that. And then the other one, last year gave us fits inside. She rebounds. She's actually the shorter of the 2, but she rebounds really well. She's got great post moves, good mid-range game. And then they've got a young guard and the Sparks girl and a couple other young guards that shoot pretty well. And I think they're learning this year, with a new coach and everything like that. But I think as the season has went on, they're better every time they step on the floor. I think kind of getting used to his system and things like that. So they're long. They got some length. I think it's Izzy Wilkins is kind of a long guard that is tough because of her length. And so they're good on both ends of the floor, and we're going to have to take care of the ball and execute really well, or there's going to be a dogfight.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Locker Room Show, brought to you by Hometown Hangout after this.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready?
Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County and Muhlenberg County getting closer to getting underway. Time now for Stevens strategies.
Well, I think the first key is going to be getting off to an early start and taking it at it, being the aggressor in the game. And I think, you look at the records, 5-18 versus 14-8. You have to feel like we're favored tonight. So that means you got to take care of business. You can't be lackadaisical. You can't overlook this game. You got to take it from the tip, get after it hard, and I think if we do those things, we're going to be liking the outcome tonight.
Grayson County with a record of 14-8. Muhlenberg County with a record of 5-18. This has been the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show on K105. The play-by-play of Grayson County and Muhlenberg County comes up next on K105.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, Grayson County and Muhlenberg County. The starting lineups for both of these squads from Muhlenberg County, it'll be Harper, Izzy Wilkins, Groves, Taylor Wilkins, and Sparks. For Grayson County, it'll be Bree Jones, Sutton Van Meter, Peyton Bowman. Or sorry, not Peyton Bowman. I have 6 starters marked there. Peyton will be coming off the bench. You will have Isabel Blanton, Ella Narvaez, and Hannah Smith. Those are the lineups. The play-by-play's next on K105. I just was like checking boxes.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping. Got a few minutes? You are. Start the conversation with your child about...
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County and Muhlenberg County getting closer to getting underway. Sam Gormley, Stephen Smith with you in what will hopefully be the start of a very, very busy week. As we're scheduled doubleheader tomorrow, home game Thursday, home game Friday, and pretty much a home game on Saturday as we're just up the road at Breckenridge County. And then Monday game, Tuesday game. We get a couple days off.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday we're at Hancock County, and then that's the season.
Wow. Man, it's gone fast, and, appreciate everybody out there in social media world that follows this team and the boys, and, we just appreciate you guys listening in. We're looking for a good one tonight.
Opening tip is up, and it is controlled by Muhlenberg County. They'll be working from left to right on the radio dial, wearing black jerseys with the Columbia blue stripe up each side. What I would describe, though, as North Carolina blue on the right side. I think they call it Columbia blue if you want to be fancy with it there. As it's on to the right side, this Muhlenberg County team 5-18. They snapped a 6-game losing streak with a come-from-behind victory over Trigg County last time out as Bree Jones has the ball on her backside rolling around, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Bree Jones with 7:32 left in the first quarter. 0-0. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero. Now that's a superhero landing. Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not. Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
Grayson County and Muhlenberg County, 7:32 left in the first quarter after the quick 30-second timeout by the Lady Cougars. They'll have the ball now for their first possession of the game. They've won 6 straight, and they've only lost once since the start of the new year. That was to Edmonson County, as it's Van Meter at the half-court line, and she'll dribble it across. She was running the tightrope, and I don't think she realized she was as close to that line as she was. Bree Jones on the right side feeds it into Smith. Wide open layup on the right side's good for Hannah. She'll get the scoring started, 2-0.
Always like to see a good set play run right out of the beginning like that, and good to execute to get the early lead.
Into the corner to Taylor Wilkins for Muhlenberg County. Wilkins drives over top of Jones, shot short, rebound out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Muhlenberg County is the call, and Bree says that she tipped it as she immediately looks at filling in for the head coach today. Mike McClintock's there, but Brian Jones was upset about the call, and Bree looked at him and said, yeah, no, I tipped that.
That's fantastic officiating, Sam.
Up top, that's Taylor Wilkins with it. So there's 2 Wilkinses on the floor. You've got Taylor and Izzy, and they're standing by one another there on the left side of the floor. Up top, that's Sparks. Gives it to Izzy Wilkins on the left wing. Up top to Groves. Groves bounce past the left side. Muhlenberg County does have a new head coach, Ryan Groves. You might be saying, hey, that name sounds kind of familiar. Well, it does. He spent a couple of years as head coach at McLean County. As we're going to have free throws coming for Taylor Wilkins on the inside. She'll be shooting 2. Called on Narvaez. That'll be her first and the team's first. Wilkins from the line, 72%. She's a great softball player. Hit .327 with a home run, 22 RBIs. But misses the first free throw there.
Kind of interesting, and I haven't followed Muhlenberg County very much at all this year, but you look at the Sparks girl being an 8th grader, kind of interesting, and be looking forward to watching her.
Second free throw is good. Ball in the inbounds pass is knocked out of bounds by Izzy Wilkins. Grayson County has struggled with press at times this year. And Muhlenberg County coming out with pressure to start, and it's Jones in the backcourt. She will slowly break the timeline right at the logo. 2-1, Lady Cougars on top, 6:20 left here in the opening quarter. Off the screen, Blanton 3, right side.
There we go.
Nothing but nets for Isabel Blanton on the right wing.
Yeah, I know Isabel probably wasn't feeling the best last weekend, but good to see
Pressure
her
in the
come
backcourt,
out.
ripped away by Van Meter. Down the left side goes Sutton,
Nice.
layup good.
Good to see Isabel get out there and watch the first one go down, and Then Sutton follow it up with a steal and a layup.
Bounce pass on the inside to Taylor Wilkins. Gets around Blanton. Layup good on the inside by Wilkins. She's got 3 points. 7-3, Grayson County in control early against the Lady Mustangs. Narvaez into the middle to Jones. Jones throws it up to Smith. Smith was almost going to break the timeline. Instead, gives it back to Jones, and the Lady Cougars break it right at the logo. Over to the right wing to Blanton. Blanton into Smith. Takes one dribble. Creates some of her own space. Goes up. Basket good on the inside. Good job by Hannah to create some space.
Yeah, I really like that she gathered herself, because a lot of times when she doesn't catch it right. Oh, another steal here by Sutton.
Steal here by Van Meter. Down to the right side
Good
to Jones.
pass
Down to Narvaez. Cuts down the lane. Basket good on the inside.
Really good ball movement so far, especially when we're picking up those steals. But
Izzy Wilkins in the backcourt. Loops it off to the right side to Harper. Harper drives. Bounce pass inside to Taylor Wilkins, and it'll be off the knee of Narvaez. We mentioned Ryan Groves. Replaces the legendary Mike Harper, who had been the coach in Muhlenberg County for a long time. And he had been an assistant under Mike Harper at one point. That was prior to taking the job at McLean County. Coached for 2 years at Oakland City University and also at McLean County Middle School as well. But there is an interesting connection to Grayson County. There's a block by Smith on the inside, and we'll come back to that at the next stoppage of play. As Jones drives down right up the middle. Little ball fake goes in. Flip shot no good. Rebounded by Smith. Put back too strong. Rebound bouncing around. Out of bounds off of Narvaez on the inside. It's going to go back to Muhlenberg County. 11-3, Grayson County on top. 4:43 left first quarter.
Yeah, Coach Jones was hollering at Bree. She missed Isabel wide open in that right corner down there. Would have been open for another 3 there.
Weaving through. Down to the right side goes Tayliana Groves, and she is going to be fouled, and shots will come. Van Meter whistled for her first foul, and the team's second, as it will be Tayliana Groves to the free throw line. Groves this season, 58.4%. The interesting connection, though, between Ryan Groves and Grayson County is when he was a player, he played at McLean County High School. His head coach?
Todd Johnston.
Todd Johnston. So you could say he's a member of the Todd Johnston coaching tree.
Yeah.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Narvaez.
Todd was actually at Edmondson County while I was in middle school. Left there as the JV and baseball coach, I think, and then went to McLean County from there.
Right side to Blanton, up top to Smith. Off left wing to Van Meter. Van Meter gets a screen from Smith. Thought about pulling up top now to Narvaez. 11-4, Grayson in control. 4:10 left in the first quarter. Off the screen, 3 right side by Jones. Miss. Narvaez with a rebound. Gives it to Jones. Cuts down the lane.
Good.
Shot's no good, but she's fouled.
Yeah, really doing a pretty good job of moving the ball right now. And this is kind of what I was talking about, Sam. 4 minutes in, you're up 11-4, and you don't have to get that, you get the nerves out for the beginning of the game. It just seems like we flow much better throughout the game when we get a good start.
77% for Jones, but misses the first free throw there. When Bree Jones attempts at least 7 free throws in a game, the Lady Cougars are something like 9-1.
Okay.
Which I might not be a basketball Benny, but a 90% winning percentage, that's pretty good.
I'll take it, yeah.
Second one good by Jones, 12-4. Grayson County in control early. At the half-court line, going the wrong direction, and a foul is going to be called on the far side. Your officials for today's game, Andy Bell, Jim O'Brien, and Kevin Morris. Bree Jones whistled for her first foul and the team's third.
A little bit reaching in, smacking there a little bit. We're going to have to watch that as the game continues here.
Put her hand in the cookie jar. Blanton knocks the pass around, and it goes into the hands of Smith, who immediately finds Van Meter. Outlet pass to Blanton. Blanton backs it off from 18 in the far corner. Not there. Rebounded by Taylor Wilkins, and that is her 500th career rebound for Taylor Wilkins. Congratulations. As they just announced it there, congratulations, Taylor. It's always a good accomplishment. It's Izzy Wilkins, lowers her shoulder, gets down the left side, misses the runner, rebound out of bounds off of Muhlenberg County. It's going to head towards the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, congratulations on getting 500 rebounds. You said Isabel Wilkins.
Taylor Wilkins.
Taylor Wilkins. But just a phenomenal feat for her, and want to give her a
Van Meter up top. Over to the right wing to Jones. Little head fake. Jones drives in, pulls up, actually floats it to Smith on the inside. Falling down is Hannah, but she's fouled, and 2 shots will come.
Yeah, trying to take advantage of the size. You look down the roster, Isabel Wilkins is 5'10", the other girl is 5'8". got a couple 5-9s on there, but this should be a game that Hannah's able to take advantage of that size.
Smith's first free throw, good. 73.7%. Izzy Wilkins was called for the foul there, her first, team's second. Second one from Smith, good,
Yeah.
nothing but net.
Really glad, been pleased with Hannah's free throw shooting this year. After we talked about that on air before.
Nearly taken away by Jones up top. Now deflected by Narvaez into the backcourt, and it goes to Sparks. Sparks being trapped by Narvaez up top. Sparks comes and loops a pass off right side to Taylor Wilkins. Wilkins guarded by Van Meter. Wilkins now drives, shot over top of Smith, rattles out, rebound on the floor. Somehow saved in bounds by Muhlenberg County as Sparks got it.
Good.
Pass inside, knocked out of bounds, or knocked
Good
away by
pass by
Smith.
Ella.
Outlet pass to Jones down the right side, blocked by Izzy Wilkins.
That's something we've been looking for, Sam, is when we get those deflections or steals, is looking up and moving it. Ella did a phenomenal job right there picking that one up and then was able to throw it ahead for the fast break.
14-4, Grayson leads, 2:40 left first quarter. Up top, off the screen, Van Meter, three, too strong. Rebounded by Taylor Wilkins for Muhlenberg County. That's that elevator screen that she came off of.
Yeah, they've been running that a little bit more since Sutton's been shooting the ball better, and she's been knocking it down.
In the corner to Taylor Wilkins. She's going to let the three fly. It's too strong. Rebounded by Izzy Wilkins, though, over top of Jones. Her putback's too strong. Narvaez gives the rebound, flips it off to Jones. Grayson County's got numbers 3-on-1. Jones drives in, bounce pass to the right side to Blanton. She wasn't ready for it, but it's going to be off of Muhlenberg County. As Izzy Wilkins was in the vicinity, and it went through Blanton's hands and ended up hitting off of Wilkins. It'll be Grayson County basketball. Van Meter to trigger from underneath. Bounce pass to Smith in the far corner. We're going to have a jump ball. The arrow will stay with Grayson County.
Yeah, you got to do a better job by that with Hannah. When she gets the ball, is kind of rip it through and not give them a chance to grab it right there.
Van Meter bounce pass to Jones in the far corner. Up top to Smith. Smith on the right side. She has shot it from three this season, 1 of 7. Left side, Jones. Little ball fake for Bree. Jones up top with the right hand. Hands it back now to Smith. Smith over to the right side to Blanton. Now 10-point Grayson County lead. They got off to a quick start. Now Blanton throws it away. Not a good pass. Taylor Wilkins takes it down the left side. Layup good in transition for Taylor Wilkins. She's got 5 points, and it's 14-6 now. Grayson County has the advantage with about 90 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Muhlenberg looks like they're going to drop back into a half-court man here instead of that little press that they were running.
Handoff pass to Blanton. Blanton over to the left side. Will hand it off now to Jones. Jones drives in amongst the trees and is fouled by Muhlenberg County. 2 shots will come for Jones. Foul called on Taliana Groves.
Yeah,
that's her first and the team's third.
Pretty good drive by Bree right there, being able to get into the teeth of that zone and drawing the foul. As well as Bree shoots free throws, you like to see her getting in there and drawing the foul and able to go to the free throw line.
Jones went 12 of 12 from the free throw line on Saturday in the fourth quarter against Butler County and made her last 13. And that's
huge.
Will win you a lot of games.
Absolutely.
She makes her first. Second one good as well. As a freshman in a hostile environment in the biggest game of the season, that's huge.
Yeah.
Izzy Wilkins up the near side of the floor. Jones tries to reach in and knock it away. Wilkins gives it down to the left side, cutting down the lane. Back now to Izzy Wilkins on the right side. The basket's good.
Pretty good ball movement by Muhlenberg County right there, too.
Harper did a good job giving the pass back to her.
Yeah, Hannah flew over and it did what she's supposed to do, go to the first pass there, but a good pass there to get it into her.
Van Meter on the left wing. Up top to Smith. Smith into the corner to Bowman. Bowman bobbles the pass.
Oh.
Defender fell, and it's taken away by Harper. Harper down the right side. 1-on-2 goes Harper, drives in. Narvaez going to be whistled for a foul. She was turned a little bit sideways. If she'd have been able to turn a little bit and stay in front, it probably would have been a clean play by her, but got her with the shoulder, and that'll be Ella's second, team's fourth. It'll send J.C. Harper to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Best thing you'd like to see right there is how hard Ella was getting back.
Harper struggles from the free throw line, 38.1%. Lucy Torrance will come in after Narvaez picked up her second foul. I really liked what I saw from Torrance on Saturday in Morgantown. Thought she played one of her better games in a couple of weeks.
extremely good defense on Ava Wilson there in the second half.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded in the corner by Sparks. She took it away from Smith. Sparks gives it up top to Wilkins. Izzy Wilkins, three is good. 5 points for Izzy Wilkins, and it's now a 5-point game now. It's 16-11, under 30 seconds remain in the first quarter. Jones in between the circles for Grayson County. Jones drives down the right side. Bounce pass off to Bowman. Step back right side three, blocked by Muhlenberg County. Off and running goes Izzy Wilkins down the left side, and it is a foul called on Grayson County. 2 shots coming on the floor. I think they're going to give this to Bowman.
Peyton.
It is.
Yeah.
It is on Bowman. That is her first and the team's 5th. It'll be 2 shots for Izzy Wilkins, 65.8% this season. First one, good.
Really important that we get a body on both of the offensive players here to corral this rebound. You got plenty of time, 11.8 to get down and get a good look.
Second chance from the junior Wilkins, good. Both of them perfect. She's got 7 early points, and Grayson County leads by 3 with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Van Meter over to the right side with 8 seconds. Gives it off to Smith in the corner from 15 feet. Smith's shot off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Wilkins for Muhlenberg County with 3 seconds. With 2 seconds, Wilkins from beyond half court at the buzzer. No good. Off to the right. At the end of the first quarter of play, Grayson County in control, 16-13. As this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Back with you here from the Cougar Den. Our crew is sore, Stephen.
Yeah, sore from playing basketball for a high schooler.
They don't know what sore is for old guys
exactly
like us.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, I can say that. I'm much older than them. Inside pass from Muhlenberg County. And Taylor Wilkins gets it back. Lost it. Shot, no good. Rebound blocked by Smith out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Muhlenberg County. That was an ugly defensive possession for Grayson County.
That offensive rebound, Muhlenberg's going to the glass harder than we are trying to stop them right now.
Izzy Wilkins will trigger from underneath of her own basket. The clock is on and just gets it into the far corner to Taylor Wilkins. Feeds it back inside to Izzy Wilkins. Back out now to Taylor Wilkins. Taylor back now off to Izzy. Izzy, deep three on the left side. Short. It almost looked like it was good because it only hit the net, but it was underneath. Taylor Wilkins got the rebound, put it up. Shot was no good and ends up getting her own miss. Up top to Groves. Groves off the left side to Izzy. Izzy drives in, gets around the defender. Shot good. Runner in the lane is good. For Izzy Wilkins, she's got 9 points.
You give any team 3 or 4 looks at it, they're finally going to hit one. Got to do better than that on the defensive glass.
Muhlenberg County, not a great rebounding team. Average, it's about 29.7, which is fairly average. Grayson County averages 27.5 per game. So Muhlenberg County is a little bit better of a rebounding team, but it's not like they're Butler County, who averages about 36. Jones, 3, top side, missed. Rebounded by Izzy Wilkins. The ball is finding the Lady Mustangs early on.
Yeah, had a really good start, but then seemed to have slowed there in the last couple minutes of the first quarter. Got to get back on, get the intensity back up here.
Pass inside, over top of Jones. The basket is good for Izzy Wilkins, and Muhlenberg County has the lead. They have gone on a 13-2 run. Left side, Blanton. Up top to Torrance, and we're going to have a foul called on Taylor Wilkins. Away from the ball. Jones is trying to set a screen, and Wilkins made a little bit extra contact. That is her first and the team's first. 17-16, Muhlenberg up by 1. 6:26 left here in this first half of play. Up top to Blanton, off the screen to the left side to Van Meter, drives in, Van Meter blocked by Izzy Wilkins on the inside. Picked up by Wilkins. She gives it up near side of the floor to Sparks. Sparks walks with it then on the right side. She knew it immediately. She was trying to pass back and I think thought Izzy Wilkins was a little bit closer.
Yeah, pretty good defense right there. I don't know if it's Sutton or Isabel that got in front of the girl that she was throwing it to, made her shuffle her feet.
First, I thought that they were going to start the 5-second clock while Sutton was tying her shoe, and I was going to say, I think as a senior, you've earned the respect to tie your shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
He blew his whistle, and I think then realized, Jim O'Brien realized, oh wait, she is tying her shoe.
Yeah.
Jones drives downhill on the right side, tries the reverse layup, too strong. Rebound on the inside by Izzy Wilkins for Muhlenberg County. She's had a big game so far. Left side to Sparks. Handoff pass to Groves on the left side. Groves, 3 off the left side is good. Wow. It rattles in for Tayliana Groves. Groves shoots at only 18% from 3, but showed some confidence on that one.
Yes.
And Muhlenberg County leads 20-16.
Stepped right into it and knocked it down there.
This is a massive run for the Lady Mustangs. Step back 3 to answer by Van Meter is off the back of the iron. Rebounded by the Lady Mustangs. Right up the middle of the floor. Coming downhill is Groves. She drives in on Torrance, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Tayliana Groves. That'll be her second and the team's second.
Yeah, best I remember, that was
Savannah Page comes into the game. She's a shooter from Muhlenberg County. 66% of her shots this season come from three-point range.
Lexi Logston checks in for Hannah Smith, getting her first action of the game here.
Lexi's the Energizer Bunny out there.
Absolutely.
And when you need energy, she's a good person to go to.
Yep.
Handoff pass to Jones in the corner. Little head fake. Jones drives, lost it. Nice defense by Muhlenberg County. And the Lady Mustangs fall down with it, but rolling on the baseline was Sparks. 20-16, 5:05 left in the first half. Grayson County trails this game. They led 14-4 at one point in the game, but Muhlenberg County has fought back to make things interesting. It's a 14-0 run. Torrance, nice move, goes up with the right hand, and it drops in to end the 14-0 run.
Yeah, good job right there coming across the lane on a hard cut, and then Peyton or Isabel, whoever got it to her, good pass. She made a good move.
You were going to get there at some point.
Yeah, finally.
You had a 1 in 12 chance, right?
Yeah.
One of them. Off the left side.
A little bit better defensive intensity this possession. Flying out at shooters a little bit better.
Ball deflected, and we're going to have a foul called on Grayson County. It's called on Torrance. It's a little worried that they were going to give that one to Bree, which would have been a tough call for Lucy, though that's just her first. Scanning once, scanning twice, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Muhlenberg County. It's 20-18 with 4:34 left in the first half. Muhlenberg leads by 2. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Grayson County, well, it's been rather non-existent in this game, Stephen. How do you create it?
Yeah, I think really the way you have to create the intensity is on the defensive end right now. You got to get after it, get those active hands, kind of like we saw in the first couple minutes on that press, and then let that carry over to the offensive end.
Muhlenberg County right on cue. Lucy Torrance with the takeaway on the inbounds pass. Gives it up to Blanton. Inside to Van Meter. Down the right side. Layup good for Sutton Van Meter.
Yeah, right on time right there. Good defensive play and then get a layup.
And that can be a spark, hopefully, for Grayson County as we're knotted up at 20 now. Driving in and a reach-in foul going to be called on Grayson County. It'll be called on Torrance. That'll be her second and the team's second. And I think this will be similar to the game against Butler County where you're going to leave Lucy in with those 2 fouls because she just made a good play and Why take her out?
Playing good defense right there. Got to be careful, though.
Taylor Wilkins almost blocked. Ooh, a foul's going to be called on Torrance. And right on cue, she'll get her third. Looked like maybe a clean block. Maybe got her from that far side. We couldn't really tell. Taylor Wilkins will go to the free throw line, 72% this season. Just picked up her 500th career rebound earlier today. First one good.
Yeah, that's tough right there on Lucy because she's doing what you want her to do on the defensive end. Hopefully Hannah was watching that and will pick up kind of where she left off.
First good for Taylor Wilkins, and the second is good as well. Muhlenberg County back on top now, 22-20, with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half of action.
This is one of those times, Sam, where you really need to get a good look and get a bucket right here.
Jones gets the defender in the air. Jones drives, shot blocked. Rebound underneath by Smith. Gets
Good
it outside to Van Meter. Three right side.
Yes.
Good for Sutton Van Meter on the right wing. Good pass out by Hannah Smith off the rebound.
Yeah, good job, and you got to lock down on defense right here. Lexi's doing a great job on the ball pressure.
Page up top. Walked with it up top.
See, that's exactly right there is what I'm talking about, Sam, is you get that really good ball pressure, even though she gave her a step, still had active hands and was able to get a turnover.
If there's one thing you'll never have to tell Lexi, it's have active hands.
Yep, that's right.
If anything, her hands are too active sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you're right.
But it's better to have that than not active at all. Van Meter bounce pass to Blanton. Blanton, nice feed to Longston on the left side. The basket's good for Lexi Longston on the interior. Lady Cougars back on top, 25-22. 3:23 left in the first half. Spinning down the lane is Sparks, ripped away by Van Meter. Van Meter then is bumped, gives it up to Smith, and then a timeout is going to be taken by Brian Jones with 3:15 left in the first half. And my assumption is he called that timeout when the bump happened, and it was just a little bit late of a whistle for said timeout.
Yeah, it did look like Sutton was going to get stuck right there, but I think if he could have waited just another second, she got it to Hannah. Hannah was turning around, kicking it to Bree, and Bree could have taken off with it, but you never know what could have happened. So
that is one of those that we call hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, it's a safe call in that point, especially when you were just able to get the lead back. And you want to get the opportunity to set up a good offensive play right here.
Score update to bring you, and it's one that is positive if you're a Lady Cougar fan. And I hate to say this because we don't really want to cheer that much against Edmonson County, but you want the Lady Cats to lose because RPI-wise that's going to help. And they trail at the half right now, 27-19 in Radcliffe against North Hardin. But I'm just like it's the same thing, that if you are Edmonson County, I'm sure they're probably saying, let's go Muhlenberg County, beat Grayson County. So it's just one of those things. But Edmonson County still needs to take care of business on Friday as they will play Butler County in Morgantown. And speaking of Butler County boys, they lead Madisonville 45-26 at the half.
I think, you know, similar to the way the boys played here against Butler County, and then Butler County came out with a great effort. I think you could expect the same thing from
off the screen,
play.
Step back three, left side, Van Meter, good! Sutton knocks in another three. She moves into double figures with 10 points. And the Lady Cougs are up 28-22 with under 3 left in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Jones came off the bench right there really encouraging the girls because they ran the play exactly like you'd drawn up. And you really like to see that.
Van Meter now steals in the backcourt. Now looping it around. Van Meter outlet to Blanton in the far corner. Blanton feeds it inside to Longston. Shot off the glass, not there. Rebounded though by Longston and Wilkins. And it is a jump ball. Arrow will stay with Grayson County.
Again, just the effort of Lexi Logston right there.
Lexi is like Brody on the boys' side in the fact of you're never going to have to say play hard. They give it into Smith. Smith's shot, no good. It looked good, but she's fouled. Shots will come. They'll give this one to Taylor Wilkins. That is her second and the team's third. Hannah Smith will go back to the free throw line.
Again, Sam, the play that you recognize in that format.
Hannah's first free throw good.
A good job of execution. And, again, as Coach Jones comes up off the bench when, you know, sometimes you think, well, they're just sitting over there twiddling their thumbs.
Smith too strong on the second one, but Logston gets the rebound in the far corner. Bounce pass back to Jones. Jones feeds it back to Logston. Up top now to Blanton.
When you run the plays that the coaches call, good things happen.
Handoff pass to Jones. In between the circles, 2:26 left, and we have 3 seconds called on Hannah Smith on the inside, and it's probably a good call.
It was. I looked down and I saw her posting up right there, but good that she was actively posting up that actively.
Ball deflected to the backcourt. Izzy Wilkins has it. Lexi Longston then knocks it into the hands of Blanton, who then offers it to Jones. Jones at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Longston. Feeds it back now to Van Meter. Up top to Jones. Open three. Top side. Nice. Good. She knocked it down from Short Creek. A deep three for Bree Jones. Grayson County leads by 10 now. Ball nearly taken away. It is taken away by Jones on the right side. Jones spins over to Van Meter. Van Meter drives and kicks to Blanton in the far side. Feeds it to Smith. Turnaround jumper off to the right. No good. Rebounded by Taylor Wilkins.
Again, that defense to offense is really what's sparking us right now and playing that much more aggressively.
12-0 run for Grayson County. It's been a game of runs. Muhlenberg County had a 14-0 run. Grayson County has had a 12-0 run. Sparks off to the right side to Taylor Wilkins. Up top, new player into the game, that is Brianna Coyne. She is also a shooter. 69% of her shots come from three-point range, and a steal by Blanton for Grayson County.
Good defensive rotation that time by Isabel to slide down.
Van Meter bounce pass to Blanton. Blanton cuts down the lane. Floater from 10, no good. Rebounded by Coyne from Muhlenberg County. Brianna Coyne, the freshman, with some bright pink shoes out there.
They are bright, aren't they?
I think I could rock those. Sparks three, left side, no good. Jones with a rebound for Grayson County.
Now go.
Jones up the near side of the floor. She drives and kicks. Blanton, step back, right side three, off the backside. Rebound, top knocked by Smith into the backcourt, and it is deflected, they're going to say. Jones got it. Off to Van Meter, into the corner to Longston. Longston tried to get it to Van Meter. Van Meter is going to run it back down, and then she's fouled by Page. And that was one of those that looked really bad, but there was no.
Yeah, I don't know if Page right there lost her footing or something and fell into Sutton, and just a tough one for her right there.
I think the court monster got her.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
He's pesky sometimes.
Absolutely.
He probably got you at least once.
Yeah. Last time I played, and I've been paying for it ever since. On an asphalt court in Madison, Wisconsin.
Blanton gets it into Jones. You do have quite a limp when you walk. You walk like Dr. House.
Yeah, I'm going back to the doctor next week for that. I'm sure everybody's really concerned about my ankle. It's in YouTube land right now.
They are, yeah. And, I mean, listening on the airwaves,
too.
Job. Three top side by Jones. They just left her alone. And she says, okay, I'll take it, and puts it in. She's got 9 points, back-to-back threes for Bree. 35-22, and a foul in the backcourt going to be called on Grayson County. It's whistled on Jones. That is her second and the team's fourth.
Yeah, I don't know if that was one of those times where maybe she didn't give her room to turn around. As a defender, you have to give the offensive player time to catch it. And I don't know if she was up, what do you call it?
In the bubble.
In the bubble, yeah.
Or in the cylinder is also what they'll refer to that as.
Yeah, the cylinder, that's what I was trying to think of.
Far side three by Harper. It didn't hit anything, and Ellie Bratcher, who came into the game for Jones, gets the rebound with 8 seconds left in this half. Bratcher on the right side, into the corner. Van Meter, three, off the back of the iron, no good. Longston taps the rebound off to Blanton, and they throw it up at the buzzer, and it doesn't go in. Tell you what, if Isabel would have put that in, that would have been, we'd had to call Sports Center. But it was close. And at the end of the first half of play, Grayson County has a good end of the half, and they lead 35-22. As this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
When we have the food we need.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den, where Grayson County leads 35-22 at the half. They close the quarter on a 15-0 run to take the lead into the half. It was ugly there for a little stretch as Muhlenberg went on a 14-0 run. So huge swings for both sides, but Grayson County leads by 13 here at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, run down some scores from around the region, the scoring from this game, and get you ready for half number 2. This again, your score at the half: Grayson County 35, Muhlenberg County 22. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not
Where have you
living
been?
your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full grades are potential. unacceptable, Miles.
Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County leads 35-22 at the half. We'll try to run out a quick score or two from around the region as we look through. Again, if you're Grayson County, some games that you're really watching for includes that North Hardin-Edmondson County girls game. And with 5:26 left in the third quarter, it is North Hardin leading Edmondson County 31-22. That is what you want if you're Grayson County. Again, we explained that a couple of times throughout the game. It has to do with RPI, and a lot of this, too, is just trust me. Just trust me. That's what you want when it comes to it. It gets a little bit a little confusing with it, but just kind of trust me when it comes to that. Boys basketball, Butler County up on Madisonville 67-51, end of the third quarter there. Louisville Male defeated Greene County in boys basketball 79-66. That is a final score as well. Warren Central over Warren East 53-47. Final score there as well. Those are a couple of the scores from around the region, and we might need to go to break right now because they're playing the Cotton Eye Joe, and if I know one thing, it means Steven Smith's going to have to get up and do some dancing when it comes to this. Is your score at the half 35-22. Lady Cougars up on Muhlenberg County. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Struggle to
In a place where everyone can have a good time, whether it's guys' night out, girls' night out, or the whole family, Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill has you covered. Celebrate with the team after the game, enjoy live music, or enjoy the cornhole tournament. The arcade games keep the kids entertained while you enjoy happy hour discounts on drinks and appetizers. With a full menu of the longer favorites, there's something for everyone. Find Hometown Hangout on Les Maidonk in Litchfield.
105.
Stephen, we were talking about our crew, and I look back here, and we found our new camera operator. Truett Smith's back there, and listen, I'll put him on.
Who?
Truett Smith, Truett Jones. I'd take probably a Truett Smith over that sometimes, but yeah, Truett's over here. I think he might be working. He's eyeing the camera. I might.
Yeah, Coach Jones at
Coach True Jones.
Right
he's ready to go.
Right at a year old, has probably watched more basketball than kids 10 times his age already.
When he's only got like 35 big sisters. Too.
Yeah.
And what he's soon going to learn is he's also got about 55 big brothers.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of big sisters, and they all do a great job with him. But you get back on point here. I know you said it's kind of a game of runs there in the first half. And, got momentum on our side right now. It's important. We always talk about that first 4 minutes of the second half. Really important that we come out really aggressive and try to stretch this lead out even more.
The scoring for the first half, Izzy Wilkins 11 for Muhlenberg, 7 for Taylor Wilkins, 4 for Tayliana Groves. For Grayson County, really spread out scoring. 10 from Sutton Van Meter, 9 for Bree Jones, 7 for Hannah Smith, 3 for Isabel Blanton, 2 for Ellen Narvaez, 2 for Lucy Torrance, and 2 for Lexi Longston. If I can count, that's 7 players to score in the first half of play, and that's a good sign.
We've talked about that quite a bit, Sam, with Bree in a couple of games has really carried us scoring. But it's really important, I think, as we get closer into the postseason, that Bree does her thing, but then you also got to get her some help. You got to get a couple other people. It doesn't have to be the same people every night. But you get a couple more that are in that 15 to 20 range, and then you have a few more in that 5 to 12 range. You get a team like that that's doing that, they're going to be tough to beat.
Second half comes up next. Grayson leads 35-22. Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family, close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
On the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
We're hoping that we can also be with you tomorrow night, as there will be a girl-boy doubleheader, 6 o'clock, right here on, actually that'll be on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose, as both teams will host Greenwood. In between the two games, we'll have senior night as well. As underway here in the second half, Muhlenberg County will start with a bowl. They trail Grayson County 35-22. Lady Cougars close the quarter on a 15-2 run. Groves up top. Bounce pass goes right through the legs of Sparks, and it probably should have been a kick ball.
Should have been a kick by Sutton right there, or Isabel, whichever one it was, but they missed it, and it went off of Sparks.
Again, Mike McClintock back today for Grayson County, but he's letting Brian Jones handle most of the head coaching duties. Give our best to Coach Mack. He's still recovering, battling an illness right now. It's downhill drive for Jones. Just throws it up. Shot doesn't go in. Smith rebound, put back good on the inside. Hannah Smith up to 9 points.
Yeah, that's more of what we need to see right there, Sam, is our girls attacking the offensive glass just like Muhlenberg did in that stretch there in the end of the first, start of the second quarter.
They feed it into Taylor Wilkins. Shot over top of Van Meters. No good. Smith got the rebound and then brought down, and we're going to have a foul called on Muhlenberg County. Whistled on number 11, J.C. Harper. That is her first and the team's first. very close to being a jump ball, and that's one of those scenarios that we've talked about with Hannah is keep the ball up. They can't get it up there.
Right, yeah.
And if they do, it's going to be a foul.
Yep.
To Narvaez on the left side. She didn't play a ton, picked up 2 early fouls. Pass inside to Jones is deflected back. Good defense by Groves. Groves gives it up top to Sparks. Sparks over to the far corner. High pass. Went up to grab it was Harper. 3 top side. It is well short and well out of bounds. Missed by Groves. 37-22, 6:49 left in the third quarter. Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County. Muhlenberg leads this all-time series 11-9. They won last year 47-39 in Greenville.
Would have really thought these teams had played more.
That's
got to be a foul.
Shots no good by Van Meter, rebounded. You have to think that Muhlenberg County's only been around since, what, 09?
Well, that's true. Yeah, it was north and south. That's right. I didn't think about that.
So that's the reasoning as to why they haven't played as much as you would have thought. Now, if you combine Muhlenberg North, Muhlenberg South, Muhlenberg Central, and all of that, it'd be a lot more. And even if you get into Drakesboro and so on.
Yeah.
3 right side, short, rebound knocked around and picked up by Jones for Grayson County. Jones off and running right up the middle of the floor, lowers her shoulder, gets the whole right side, rolls in. That ball had a ton of spin on it.
Yeah, again, being the aggressor there, attacking the offensive, attacking on offense. Ooh.
And another turnover from Muhlenberg County, and immediately Ryan Groves looks to the bench after the turnover by Tayliana Groves.
Yeah,
and it'll head back to Savannah Page back into the game.
Those are the things as a coach you can really tell that just kills you when it's an unforced turnover right there and sends the ball back going Grayson County's way.
Bounce pass to Smith on the right elbow. Smith dribbles it a couple of times, hand off to Jones. Jones drives in, floater, good for Bree Jones on the inside. Jones on Friday night against Whitesfield Trinity was 1 rebound away from a triple-double. She finished with 9 rebounds. Had, I think, 11 assists to go along with double-digit points as well as the ball's knocked out of bounds by Blanton on the far side as Jones had 19 points in that game and then followed it up with 31 on Saturday, which was a new career high.
Pretty good weekend.
That'll do. 50 points, almost triple-double. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
Crossing pass now into the corner for Muhlenberg County. 41-22. Narvaez comes away with a steal, spins it up to Jones. Jones gives it to Smith. Smith down the lane, layup, good for Hannah Smith. She moves into double figures with 11 points.
Yeah, I've been telling Hannah for a long time, if you outrun your girl, you're going to get some easy layups like that, and she did.
Up top, Narvaez knocks the ball into the backcourt. As they're going zone, running Ella at the top of this. Trapped, bounce pass, knocked around, loose ball. Muhlenberg County's got it. They give it to Sparks. Nice bounce pass down inside to Taylor Wilkins. The shot doesn't drop. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Grayson County. It's a really good pass.
Yeah, it was, and really surprised it got through right there. But again, what I like is you're seeing pretty good defensive rotation by the Lady Cougars right now, and that's serving us well at this point in the game.
Rachel Evans into the game. Her 14th appearance of the season. Shot missed, rebounded by Smith. Gives it off now to Van Meter. 4:35 left third quarter, 43-22. Grayson County in control. Jones lowers her shoulder, gets to the hole, and lays it in down the right side. 6 points in the quarter for Bree, 15 for the game.
Yeah, if they're not going to stop you, just keep going, and Bree's got a really good knack for that.
Driving in is Sparks. Kicks it outside. 3, no good. Missed by Page, and a foul on the rebound whistled on Grayson County. They'll call this on Bree. That is her 3rd. Team's first. Brian Jones has a decision to make. And it appears for at least the moment he will keep Jones on the floor. Up top to Wilkins. Into the corner to Groves, who's back into the game. Groves drives in, gets to the hole, knocked around, and picked up on the floor by Van Meter for Grayson County. Van Meter, an outlet to Jones up the far side of the floor. Jones feeds it into Smith in the post. Smith gathers and puts it in on the left side.
Again, running the floor is going to do really good things, especially with post players. We're not known for our fleet of foot speed, but if you can outrun the girl that's guarding you, you're going to get some open looks.
3 top side is an air ball by Wilkins, Izzy Wilkins, and the ball is going to head to Grayson County. 3:46 left in the third quarter. It is 47-22. Grayson County leads. Jones over to the left side. Bounce pass to Blanton in the corner. Open 3, short. Rebound off the hand of Evans. She knocks it into the hands of Groves. Groves angles back towards the near side, lowers her shoulder, gets to the hole, and lays it in down the left side.
Yeah, pretty good move by Groves right there. I think Bree was looking for a travel, but I think she did the proper Euro step right there.
Look at you with the terminology over here.
Not the.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Not the gather step and then 2 steps.
Ellie Bratcher and Lexi Logston in. Hannah Smith and Isabel Blanton will come out.
Yeah, I could tell Hannah was sucking air a little bit that last trip down the floor. Good to get her a break.
Second one good by Groves. She converts on the N1 rather. Van Meter was called for the foul, her second on that play. 3.5 left, third quarter, 47-25. Grayson in control. Now Ryan Groves calling for some half-court man-to-man pressure. They've been setting back in the quarter court. Grayson had been picking it apart. Left side Jones drives in, flip shot right side, blocked by the rim. Picked up on the floor by Izzy Wilkins, and she spins and gives it off to Sparks. Sparks up the far side of the floor. Back towards the middle does Sparks. Left side to Evans. Back up top to Sparks. Sparks, handoff pass. Driving in is Groves,
Good
but
job,
the pocket
Lexi.
is picked by Jones. 3-on-2 goes Grayson County. Jones, the court monster, almost got her, and because of it, it's a turnover on the other side. Ball rolling around. It's out of bounds off of Muhlenberg County. It's going to stay with the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, good job by Sutton right there, continuing to stay after it when it looked like it was a foregone that they were going to get the ball, but kept fighting and was able to get the ball back.
Bratcher will trigger far side for Grayson County. Slaps the ball with the right hand and gets it in with a bounce pass to Van Meter. 47-25, Lady Cougars on
There
top.
you go.
Step back 3, top side by Van Meter. It's too strong. Rebound off of Muhlenberg County as it's off of Izzy Wilkins. Bratcher was in the vicinity.
Pretty good officiating tonight, Sam. From where I'm sitting, it looks like they're making the right call. Not that I would ever be wrong, but.
No.
Oh.
Bratcher pass deflected on the inside. Narvaez might have fouled in the backcourt. They give it off to Izzy Wilkins down the right side. Basket good. Izzy Wilkins has 13 points in the game. It's a 20-point Grayson County lead. Jones slowing the pace. She breaks the timeline right at the logo. Hard screen by Logston. Jones drives. Bounce pass to Van Meter in the corner. Van Meter down the right side. Bounce pass to Bratcher. Bratcher up top is fouled by Izzy Wilkins. That'll be her second. And the team's second. Back into the game will be J.C. Harper from Muhlenberg County.
One thing I really like about Sutton Van Meter is just like that last one, she took a good shot and missed it, but it didn't affect her the next time. And here we go with one in the corner.
Van Meter 3, corner off the front of the iron. Long rebound chased down by Harper. Harper picks up her dribble and then gives it back now to Groves. Groves will give an outlet over to the far side to Sparks. Sparks a handoff back to Groves. Groves down the left side, switches to her right hand, goes up, right-handed floater, good for Tayliana Groves.
A little bit of a Hail Mary there, but got it to fall.
Sometimes it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it goes in the net.
Yeah, that's right.
Right side Van Meter and a foul called on Sparks. That'll be her first and the team's third.
Yeah, Sutton hit the floor there and immediately turned around like, surely you're going to call a foul.
The Muhlenberg County fans did not agree.
Yeah.
Bounce pass to Narvaez, off to the right side to Bratcher. Feeds it into the corner to Jones, lets the defender go by. Jones drives downhill, right side layup, good for Bree Jones. She's got 17 now in the game. And Grayson County leads again by 20.
Got to do better
Inside,
than that.
wide open layup, missed by Muhlenberg County. Bratcher's got the rebound. She's triple teamed, ball bouncing and knocked out of bounds by Wilkins. And now rolls all the way out to the lobby. It keeps rolling
Looks
in
like
the lobby.
We got some help coming to get the ball, though.
Good job by the Grayson County custodial staff. We got the best custodial staff in the business.
I agree. This gym gets cleaned out after everybody's gone. They're right on it.
They're here late. Even Cameron Elmore. Logston loses it, but then knocks it into the bench. And almost takes out Jordan Perkins in the process as that ball was smacked right into her face. And Jordan laughing now on the bench.
Yeah, Lexi, I don't know if she ever had a really good handle on it right there, but ready to play defense again.
Got a 1-3-1 with Logston up top for Grayson. Inside pass taken away by Jones, looking like a safety. Jones takes a peek behind her, drives in, shot no good. Rebound bouncing around, and it's picked up by Muhlenberg County. Up the far side of the floor and a baseline, rather. Stepping out of bounds is Groves up the far side. Bratcher trying to keep the defense going. Into the game for Muhlenberg County. Back in is Izzy Wilkins in place of Rachel Evans.
Pretty good minutes by Ellie Bratcher here. She's come off the bench and playing active and getting her hand on a lot of loose balls.
55 seconds left, third quarter. Grayson leads by 20. Up top, ball deflected, and it's out of bounds off of Muhlenberg County. Not a lot of energy in the gym tonight.
No, it's not, and you're up 20 and just kind of got to create your own energy.
Into the corner, Van Meter. Bounce pass to Narvaez up top. Narvaez will hand it off to Van Meter. Van Meter drives down left side. Shot's no good, but fouled from behind. This will go on Taylor Wilkins. It will. For her, that is her third. Team's fourth, 2 shots coming for Van Meter.
Yeah, again, if you're sitting right there, when you come around the top and Ella handed it to her, you have to look to get to the basket first, and if they don't cut you off, just keep going.
72.5, misses the first for Van Meter.
Maybe rush that one a little bit.
Van Meter had 22 points on Friday against Whitesville Trinity, which was 2 off of her career high, which was 24. That happened against Butler County last season. Gets her second.
22 points, but what was most impressive to me was the way that she guarded Riley Meserve, Whitesville Trinity's first leading scorer. She just crawled in her jersey with her and did a phenomenal job.
If she was going to score, it was going to be hard. Ball knocked into the backcourt, and Logston dives after it, throws it off to Jones. Bodies hit the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. With 17.9 left in the third quarter, Grayson County will have it. That's Lexi Logston for you. She went diving after it.
Absolutely.
Hannah Smith going to re-enter for Grayson County. Back in is Savannah Page. Lexi Logston going to come out.
Yeah, always probably not the most professional thing that the color commentator is clapping, and you can hear that in the background, but just really impressed with the way that
they give it into Smith. Smith gathers, goes up left side, shot's no good. Rebound, put back, no good either. Rebounded by Wilkins on the inside. 10 seconds left in the third quarter of play. It's 50-29. Izzy Wilkins up top, drives to the left side with 6 seconds. Spins around, shot on the left side's good by Izzy Wilkins with 2 seconds left in the third quarter, and Grayson County will take it to the end of the quarter. But the Lady Cougars lead 50-31, as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
50-31, Grayson County leads Muhlenberg County as we start the final frame here from beautiful Litchfield, Kentucky.
Well said, Sam.
I mean,
don't
Steven,
know what I'm laughing at.
After I just spent a Saturday in Morgantown, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Hopefully the weatherman is wrong and we'll miss this storm that they're talking about, and we'll be playing a lot of basketball this week.
I'd be fine if it never snows again, Stephen. I don't know about you.
And you're from up north.
Oof.
Kinda.
I'm more north than you.
Yeah.
Inside, or stepping out of bounds is Paige. Yeah, the older I get, the more I turn into my grandmother, who just hates snow. She always would complain when it would start to snow. And then Grayson County throws the inbounds pass away, and it is going to head back to Muhlenberg County.
Yeah, not a very good pass right there. As Sutton
miscommunication.
Across.
50-31, kind of a weird start to this quarter.
Yeah, it has been. Got to settle in here and hopefully
bounce
put this one away.
Wide open on the left side. The basket's good for J.C. Harper. Her first points of the game. They give it back to Jones. Grayson
There you
leads by
go.
17. Van Meter spins, and I don't think she had her right footing to give a pass off to Narvaez on the left side to continue that fast break. Jones feeds it to Smith. Down the right side, blocked and fouled by Wilkins. If it is on Taylor Wilkins, that'll be her 4th. The official, Andy Bell, trots over and says, yes, that is her 4th. And Hannah Smith will go to the free throw line. Shooting 2. First one, good for Hannah. She's now got 14 points in the game. Second chance for Smith is no good, off to the right. Rebounded by by Izzy Wilkins from Muhlenberg County. 51-33. Wide open 3 left side by Page is off the front of the iron, and she knocks her own miss into the hands of Sparks. Left side to Harper. Inside pass taken away by Jones.
Here we go.
2-on-2 go Grayson County. Jones back to Blanton. Blanton gathers, looks for help, and finds it with Smith up top. 3, top side. Good for Hannah Smith. It rattles in. A new career high for Hannah Smith of 17 points, and she does it on a 3 up top. Driving in is Wilkins. Baseline jumper is short, rebounded by Van Meter.
Keep talking, Sam. I can't right now.
Outlet to the far side to Blanton. Into the middle to Jones. Head fake as she drives in, dumps it to Smith. It's knocked around.
Good.
Narvaez had it, lost it. Loose ball rolling around, and Muhlenberg County's got it.
Ella kind of looked like a center right there, snapping it between her legs.
And a bump foul is going to be whistled on Jones. That'll be her 4th up top. Hannah Smith looking like a young Steven Smith, shooting the 3 up top.
Oh, I don't.
How many career 3s did you have in high school? Or did they even have a three-point line when you played?
In high school, right offhand, the only thing I can remember was 1.
1?
So Hannah's already
she's not only passed you, she's doubled you up.
Yeah.
Inside
Not
pass, Van Meter
pass.
knocks it back outside. 3, top side, good.
Wow.
Nothing but net. Put in by Taliana Groves.
Pretty good contest right there by Hannah, but she knocked it down.
54-36. Narvaez over the far side to Smith, who bullies it away, throws it, and it's run down in the corner by Blanton. Off to Bratcher, and a walk is going to be called on Blanton. I think she did stutter just ever so slightly. 6:01 remains in the game, 54-36. Sam Gormley and Steven, a.k.a. Steph Curry Smith,
When we have
with
a
us here on the
stoppage
broadcast.
play, I'll tell you about my only 3.
Oh, I'm intrigued now. Well, I think I know.
Yeah.
Ella
got a steal there.
In the inside, Narvaez takes it in. It was like a half-court shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's at the end of the game my junior year as the buzzer went off against Warren Central. Buzzer beater.
To make it a 30-point game, right?
Slice the lead to 15, I think.
Inside to
Good
Narvaez,
pass.
flips it to Blanton, who then's fouled on the inside by Muhlenberg County.
That's one of those plays right there. If you're Isabel, she did exactly what she should have. She kept going and kind of posted herself up right on the other side. Ella did a good job of swinging it around to her and was able to knock it down.
2 shots coming for Blanton.
Or was able to get it to her so she could go hit these free throws.
Isabel 80.5% this season. First one, no good. Tell you, that's one of those that Isabel's probably going to go up there and have a conversation with the rim slayer and say, I'm a senior. If it goes in, it's supposed to go all the way in. Smith comes out. She looks up at you and laughs, knowing exactly since she hit a 3, and she puts the 3 goggles up as she hits on the bench. Both free throws missed by Blanton. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Grayson County.
Yeah, I'm getting text here. People telling me it's okay if I brag on my girl. So
you're allowed to. I mean, listen.
Yeah, and I do. You know, we talked about that as a dad. Just really, really proud of her in the way that she's been playing the last few games.
17 points for Hannah. Do you know what your career high was in high school?
If my mind serves me right, I think it was 22.
Well, she might be coming for that tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'd be fine if she shatters that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely right. And that would have been my senior year. I wasn't even on the varsity team as a freshman.
And she was on it as a 7th grader.
Yep.
Blanton up the middle, weaving through. Blanton going to go coast to coast with a bounce pass to Narvaez, who finishes on the left side. Really nice pass from Blanton. It's almost like those two are really good friends.
Yeah, you can tell that they've played a lot of basketball together. And
looking like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase there. Bounce pass off.
Bengals are in first place right now, aren't they?
Yep. Left side shot good on the inside. Put in by Sparks.
Yeah, just, mental lapse right
Over
there.
and back, called on Blanton as she stepped on the baseline.
No, Ellie had already established being out of bounds, and Isabel was coming to get the ball.
Timeout. 56-38, 4:54 left in the game. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Hey, Kentucky High School.
8 here in the fourth quarter of play. I haven't gotten an update from the Edmonson County North Hardin game in a bit, but North Hardin was winning by 2 at the end of the third quarter. So Edmonson County had fought back to make things at least a little bit interesting.
Yeah,
as it is 56-38 here. Stephen, you were mentioning your career high in college. I wrote down a number. I'm going to see if I'm right.
So my career high in college was 30.
Oh, okay.
25.
That's what I wrote down.
But the best part of it is we'll wait until another stoppage of play here.
Into the corner. That's Izzy Wilkins. She drives in the lane. Basket good, and she'll go to the line.
Basket by Izzy Wilkins.
Able to see, looks like that game has gone final.
First free throw good by Izzy Wilkins. And Edmonson County has defeated North Hardin 49-39. So Edmonson County comes back to win. As converting on the and one, and we have a timeout taken by Brian Jones. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
So the career high, and I know everybody's probably listening at home, sitting on the edge of their seat. It was against Pikeville. Pikeville. My junior year, the day after Thanksgiving, we were playing against Pikeville. It was in a classic, but playing against Pikeville. I got 2 fouls with about, 4 or 5 minutes into the game, and my coach was very adamant about if you got 2 fouls. So I didn't score in the first half. Ended the game with 30, which was kind of,
wow.
It's funny, it was kind of a summation of my college career of, I got my career high all in one half. So
56-41, 4:50 left here in the ball game. Grayson leads by 15 out of the quick timeout. It was very quick for Brian Jones. He only lasted about 10 seconds. Talking to him. Jones on the right side. Jones drives in, gets the hole, but blocked out of bounds by Izzy Wilkins.
Looks like it may have hit the side of the backboard. That's play.
Yeah, you're in play on the side of the backboard, but it was blocked by Izzy Wilkins. The Wilkinses are very long. And
yeah, they really are.
They will affect shots. Jones, little head fake, bounce pass to Blanton. Blanton drives, feeds it to Smith. Smith goes up. Good for Hannah Smith. 19 now for Hannah Smith, looking to cross 20 for the first time in her career. Groves off the left side. Into the corner. That's Evans. Back up top. And Jones is going to be whistled for her 5th foul, and she will foul out.
Yeah, that was one of those. I don't know what I'd call it. Oops. Obviously, she wasn't trying to foul right there. Maybe just lost her balance and was probably leaning into the Muhlenberg County girl and picked up that cheap one as her 5th.
That'll be her 17 points is what she'll foul out with today. Brian Jones going to take the extent of his 22nd timeout, and that's it. I think Bree showed some good stuff in that third quarter to take control of this game.
Yeah, really was the aggressor there in that third quarter, taking it to the hole.
Kickball up top by Lexi Logston.
Again, I just really can't say enough good things about the way that Lexi plays. She's going to pick up a cheap foul or 2, but I think you're okay with that because she's so aggressive.
58-41, Grayson leads. 4 minutes left, and the ball's just lost. Lexi then steps on it up top, and we're going to have a jump ball. And I don't think stepping on the ball is a kickball.
I guess it's not because they didn't call it, and the refs were right on top of it. So
To be honest, that's a rule that I don't really know.
Yeah, because
I mean,
technically
she
you're
didn't
not
kick it.
kicking it,
No,
right?
She just stepped on it. I don't know. I'll have to ask one of my roughing friends.
Yeah.
Up top to Lexi Logston in between the circles. Off left side to Blanton. Blanton gets a screen from Logston, and we have an illegal screen called on Lexi Logston. It looked clean. That's her first.
I was watching Isabel coming around the corner there and didn't see the screen, so.
Brianna Coyne back in for Muhlenberg County.
Lexi doesn't look like it's bothered her too much, so she's ready to get back on it. And the thing is, Sam, is as aggressively as she plays on this point, she's going to get her hand on a lot of balls and probably going to get some
and right on
like
cue,
that.
She deflects it into the hands of Hannah Smith. 58-41, 3:38 left. Lady Cougars look to be on their way to winning their 7th straight game. Playing really good basketball down the stretch. Hand off to Bratcher on the left side. Bratcher takes it into the near corner. Bounce pass to Smith on the right wing.
Good
into
job.
the corner to Blanton. Open three. No good. Rebound bouncing around, and it hits Lexi in the head. And I think
call a foul on her.
we're going to have a foul called on Muhlenberg County on the inside. It'll be whistled on Izzy Wilkins. That is her third and the team's third. As Lexi fell on the ground, and that one bumped her right in the head.
Yeah. Got a little push in here. Looks like Muhlenberg County maybe has recognized the play. And
looks like the pushing was, though, between Hannah and Lexi.
Yeah,
I think they were trying to get the right position. And now they're going to stop the play again. And they're going to warn Izzy Wilkins now for whatever is happening, as they're trying to deny that pass.
Yeah, you got to run something else.
And they're going to go it. They're going to give it to Hannah. It doesn't matter. She puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Wilkins.
Yeah, that's.
As driving downhill left side, Groves. Ooh. Nice take. Foul called on Smith. Yeah. It's only her first.
Wow. I used to.
I guess that part is the Heather Smith lineage.
No,
with no fouls?
No. Oh, the no fouls.
The no fouls part,
yes,
Heather. I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I would have fouled out of this game probably midway through the second quarter.
First free throw is no good by Groves. So she doesn't foul as much. She hits threes.
I don't know who her dad is. I guess we can't really dispute that at her size.
Second chance coming for Groves is good. You're the tallest banker we know.
That's right. There are taller bankers out there,
we
but
don't
not
know
that
them.
You know.
Nope.
Yeah.
Van Meter in the backcourt, 58-42, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Grayson County on their way to picking up win number 7 in a row.
There you go.
Bratcher down the right side, bumped, gives it off to Logston from 15 on the left side. Not there. Smith with a rebound, throws it up, and Logston's got it at the half-court line. Logston over left side. Handoff pass to Blanton. Blanton down the left side, gives it to Logston. Logston curls it around, gives it to the corner, flips it off to Van Meter, and they're a little English on that pass. Logston feeds it to Smith. Smith spins up top, 3. Van Meter, no good. Rebound ripped away, and a foul going to be whistled on Logston. It's probably one of those bad luck fouls that Lexi is tend to pick up for.
Yeah, we really talked a lot, or I have with Hannah, and I know the coaches have when she catches it down low to make a move and go up, but that was probably the right play right there because they double-teamed her, kind of sucked down on her, and she was able to throw it out and get Sutton an open 3 there.
Izzy Wilkins back to the line, 3 of 3 today. First one good. For Muhlenberg County, they will turn their attention towards a home matchup later this week against Ballard Memorial they are just so unbelievably lucky on Saturday, Stephen.
Oh, really?
They get
going
to go
to the Mecca?
To the world-famous Owensboro Sports Center. So we have a timeout on the floor taken by Ryan Groves. For Grayson County tomorrow, they are scheduled to host Greenwood. Hopefully that will happen. If it does, 6 o'clock on the Moose, 5:40 will be coverage. Come out, pack the den for 2 great matchups between the Lady Gators and the Lady Cougars, and the Gators and the Cougars. On Thursday, the Lady Cougars will host Central Hardin. On Friday, the Cougar boys will host South Warren. And then on Saturday, the Lady Cougars will travel to Breckenridge County to face Madisonville at 11 a.m. Central Time. Will be that And then on Monday, Lady Cougars will go down to Hart County. That'll be a 5:30 Central Time start from beautiful Munfordville.
Assuming we get to have the game tomorrow, Sam, we want to make sure everybody come out to give a farewell to our seniors. They've done a great job, and just want to give them the recognition that they deserve.
On both boys and the girls.
Yep.
Bratcher
good job.
Drives down the right side, open layup, foul, basket's good. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, Ellie kind of struggled from shooting this year, so it's really good to see her. Did exactly what you want her to do. She kind of did a little bit of an up fake there. Defender was off her feet, so whenever that happens, attack the basket.
53.3 for Ellie Bratcher. And it's good.
Good for her.
Ellie Bratcher converts in the three-point play. Lady Cougars cross 60 again here today. That is now, I mean, they've been doing that pretty consistently as Van Meter gets a steal. Grayson County's got numbers, 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Blanton. Blanton goes back to get it. Floater, no good. Rebound, Narvaez taps it to Blanton. Blanton goes back up, and then she's fouled on the interior by Muhlenberg County.
Ella almost looked like Dennis Rodman that time, tipping the ball up. She knew she couldn't get her hands on it, so she tipped it up and was able to not get it for herself, but tipped it right into Isabel's hands, and she was able to go up and draw the foul.
Harper called for her fourth foul. Isabel Blanton 0-2 from the line today. Uncharacteristic for her. First one, no good. Lucy Torrance in, Hannah Smith out. If that's it for Hannah, it's a pretty good day. 19 points for Hannah Smith.
Yeah, because I got the text and I can. I'm a proud dad right now.
Both free throws missed. Rebound saved in by Narvaez into the hands, though, of Sparks up the far side of the floor. Sparks angles back in, coast to coast, goes Sparks, layup, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Blanton. It's a really good game for Hannah.
Yeah, and looking at the players that are on the floor right now, obviously you're up by, 17 points, but the girls are still playing hard and getting after it. That's good to see.
They throw it into Taylor Wilkins, takes one dribble on top. Narvaez blocks but fouls. For Ella, that is her third. And 2 shots will come now for Taylor Wilkins.
And Sam, you know, you look at the record, they're probably going to, unless they can hit a 17-pointer, going to fall to 5-19, but still have a really good chance of making the region since they've only got 3 teams.
They just have to play McLean County.
Yep.
And they win that, and they're headed to the Sports Center.
And they too.
Hopefully they too. Hopefully the Lady Cougars can get there as well.
Yeah.
Grayson County's opponent still TBD in the Sports Center, or in the district, rather.
Got to get it over.
Blanton, and they do not. Well, it's a foul, and both officials call the foul. They'll whistle this on Izzy Wilkins. That is her 4th. And shots will come for Isabel Blanton, and I like that she's going back to the line after going 0 of 4 so far.
Yeah,
get that mojo off
monkey off your back.
She might be thinking about it a little too long.
Rip that one.
Tells me to hush.
Yeah.
Maybe she should think about it a little bit too long.
Yeah, but thinking about our seniors, Sam, Isabel, and Ella and Sutton, what they meant to this
program.
And
Carla, too. I mean,
yes, absolutely.
Can't forget about Carla Childress.
And Carla, what they have meant to this program over the last 3 or 4 years, and just leaving a really, really good legacy for the younger players that are coming
for
behind
Isabel,
us.
she started as an 8th grader.
Yeah.
Ball deflected. In fact, she made her debut against Edmonson County, and I think had 8 points in a game against Edmonson County. And I remember talking to then Lady Cougar head coach Ted Hill, and he described her as a bun in the oven.
Yeah.
Meaning she's coming. And she's turned into a really nice high school player. Foul up top called on Grayson County. They'll give this to Narvaez. That is her 4th. I mean, in Ella, you're going to think of, I don't know that we've seen many better rebounders than Ella.
Yeah, and especially for her size, and you probably won't. And even you look at this play down here that we were just talking about, she won't get credit for that rebound, but it was because of her that Isabel was able to get it. So she's just been a phenomenal rebounder. And
Brindley Sparks 2 free throws. First one's good. She's 62% this season.
Speaking of bright futures, you look down and you see Brindley Sparks, who's an 8th grader, and I don't remember her not being in the game very much. So
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Bratcher for Grayson County. Bratcher gives it over to the far side to Van Meter. Van Meter with the pressure coming will break the timeline across the high side, then drives, kicks inside to Blanton, layup good on the interior.
Good senior connection there from Van Meter to Blanton.
Van Meter's another player that played for 5 years as well. She came in a little bit as an 8th grader down the lane. We're going to have a foul called on Grayson County. Groves will go to the stripe. Foul whistled on Peyton Bowman. That'll be her second. And 2 will come for Tayliana Groves.
Didn't see much of a foul there, Sam, but
as I say, that's why we're sitting here, not down there.
Yeah.
Groves lets the first one go, and it is good. Rolls in. Full-fledged substitutions in for Muhlenberg County. We'll have Peyton Armstrong. We'll have Taylor Light. We'll have Taylor Harris. We'll have Mia Jernigan in for Muhlenberg County. There's one more that's hiding behind the table if this free throw is good by Groves. I always wondered, do you miss this just to stay in the game a little bit longer? No. And the other player, that's Peyton Armstrong. She was one. The one we didn't mention is Nevaeh Edwards. Lexi Logston will come in for Grayson County in place of Sutton Van Meter.
No, I never wanted to take the opportunity to miss a free throw. I missed enough trying really hard.
Bowman weaving through with a minute to go, 65-49. Bowman coast-to-coast floater, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of the Lady Cougars. 65-49. Lady Cougars 15-8 now. This is their 7th straight win. Carla Childress going to come in now for Grayson County in place of Isabel Blanton.
I'd say run something right now to get Carla Childress a look.
Muhlenberg County with it. Jernigan on the right side. Jernigan keeping the dribble going. Tight defense by Logston. Into the corner, going high up to grab it was Light. Did a good job there. Double team comes. Childress with a steal for Grayson County. Childress then has it knocked out of bounds by Jernigan. I'm assuming Jernigan, it has to be the little sister of Maddox Jernigan, who was their best player last year.
Yeah, really good
ball
player.
Phenomenal basketball player.
I remember watching him, and you have to believe they're brother and sister.
Bowman over on the right side. Hand off to Bratcher. 3 in the corner. Too strong. Look good. Rebounded by Childress, though, for Grayson County. Gives it to Logston. Logston feeds it to Torrance in the post. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Bratcher. Gives it out to Bowman. And a jump ball is going to be called. Arrow to Muhlenberg County with 15.4 on the clock.
Still like the heart that Ellie is playing with out there, though. This game comes to an end. 49-65, and
all deflected up top, picked up by Armstrong, taken away by Bratcher. Grayson County's got number. Bratcher's going to say, I'm going to take it myself. Yeah. The layup's good right before the horn. And Grayson County defeats Muhlenberg County tonight by a final score of 67-49. We'll come back. Have more after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
The fifth quarter show comes up next as Grayson County wins 67-49. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County wins by a final score of 67-49 against Muhlenberg County. And Stephen, this is a good win for Grayson County.
Yeah, it is, Sam. We talked about in the pregame about you got to take care of business. Really came out and showed some great intensity at the beginning of the game. Kind of labored a little bit in the second half when Muhlenberg County made a run, but then in the third quarter was able to stretch the lead out and put it away pretty early. So proud of the girls tonight.
Muhlenberg County went on the 14-0 run, and you answer that with a 15-0 run yourself. Yep. From that point on, this game was never really in doubt again. And, I mean, today you come away career high, 19 from Hannah Smith. You get 17 from Bree Jones and 11 from Sutton Van Meter. So you get 3 players into double figures.
Again, that balanced scoring that we were talking about is so important.
But to me, even maybe more important, 8 players score tonight for Grayson County. You're going to win a lot of games.
Yep.
You can spread out the scoring that way. Grayson County has won their 7th straight game. Coming up on our 5th quarter show, we'll have our hometown hangout MVP. We'll talk to assistant coach Brian Jones and have our scoring from this game. Again, your final score, Grayson County 67, Muhlenberg County 49. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Lady Cougars winners 67-49 against Muhlenberg County. We're joined now by assistant coach Brian Jones from the Grayson County Lady Cougars. And, you know, I was talking to Coach Mack before the game when he said that you're going to be doing the media obligations from this. It's nice when you're the boss that you can
delegate.
You can delegate that on. I'm waiting for now football season. I'm going to have to talk to Shane Decker or probably Kaylor. You're probably send it to
Kaylor. It's time to start, getting him ready.
Load management.
Yep.
Load management for yourself. But he said one of the main reasons is because you were 2-0 as a head coach, and now you're 3-0. So now the question I have for you to open it up is do I have to add these to your football win total?
No. And I told Mac, he's still – voice is still, struggling, and I think he's still short of breath some and everything like that. And I said, listen, I got no problem. We're a great team, and I've got no problem doing this right now. I said, but the second you're healthy, I said that my expectation is you are back doing all this. I said, I feel for you being under the weather, but when you're healthy, this is yours, and I'll help you. But tonight was a weird one. It was kind of like what you hear about basketball a lot. It was a game of runs.
Mm-hmm.
We went on an early run, and then they went on a run, and we finished the half with a run, and I don't feel like a lot of our games have been definitely not runs to that nature. It was I think 12, 13-3, I think, and then they jump up, and it's like 18-18, and then we kind of pull back out. It was bigger runs, I guess. Maybe in some of our other games we have some, but these were double-digit figure runs. I felt like that.
Yeah, they went 14-0 and you followed with 15-0.
Yeah, so I don't think that's typical for us. But it, they have some girls that are tough to guard. I mean, both the Wilkins girls, the taller one, Izzy, she's long and athletic and is a tough matchup for guards. I mean, she posted Bree up a few times, and there wasn't anything Bree was going to do about it. And then the other one is very athletic to be more of a post interior type player, and both those girls are tough to guard. And then they're young at some places, and I thought at times we did some really, really good stuff against them, but they did some really nice things as well. Foul trouble, I think, hurt us a little bit too, and we jumped in that 1-3-1, and they were trying to high-low us, but I thought we did a pretty good job of trying to cut that off, and I was hoping that would help keep us out of a little bit of foul trouble, but it didn't help a ton.
I think the intensity coming out in the second half in that 1-3-1, starting Ella up top with her long arms smacking balls, and we talk about her all the time on air. When Lexi comes in, she's so active and she's naggy, I guess, if you will. And we talked about her a little bit where, she's going to pick up a couple cheap fouls, but, man, she gets after it. But I thought the defensive intensity there in the third quarter was what put this one away.
Lexi is, the only thing that is you just, I guess, got to be more, as a coach, you got to be aware of the situation. Mm-hmm. That if a foul could put them on the line and you don't want that kind of thing, because she is going to get one or two because of the high energy at which she plays at. But if you're in a situation where, you don't feel like that's going to hurt you much and everything like that, she is, like you said, she's just a pest and causes a lot of problems, gets her hands on a lot of balls. And I was looking at a stat the other day, and, plus minus, which we don't look at a whole lot at our level and what have you, but I was looking at our plus minuses for our girls for the season totals. And, she's probably 7th in minutes, but she's 3rd in plus minus.
Yeah. Came in Friday night and was kind of the difference maker there for a little while.
Yep. I mean, good things happen when she's on the floor. And I'll be honest, Coach A and I have went to her twice this season and we're like, listen, I know you didn't get in last night, or I know you didn't get many minutes, and really that's on us in the heat of the moment and everything, because she really earns every second she's on the floor and really probably deserves more than what she's getting, to be honest with you. But I don't know that we have a better teammate on the team.
Yep.
When somebody scores, she jumps up out of her seat. She smiles every day, ear to ear at practice, here in the games. She just loves being a part of it, loves playing, loves the girls. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's just her personality is infectious, and she lights up a room. And I know Coach A and I both have told her we're glad she's back because she's so much fun to have around. And sometimes when she fouls, she'll look over and she's like, "I'm sorry," and it's like, hey, just stay after it. I mean, she's awesome.
He won't probably bring this up because he doesn't want to brag on her. Hannah tonight, career high 19 points, multiple rebounds. She had some steals. I think she had at least one block as well. And listen, she turned Steph Curry up there and shoot that three.
Yep. He loves it. She's getting better every time she's on the floor. I really do believe that. I think she still rushes at times when the ball gets to her. I honestly, one of the first things I do when I get home is watch your all's broadcast back, because you have some different angles and everything than just the stationary huddle camera. And so that's usually my first watch back. And I heard, I don't remember if it was the Butler County game or the Trinity game, because those were so close together. You all talking about the potential future between Hannah and Bree.
That pick and roll.
In the pick and roll, or just drive and lay it up on the opposite side, of the block. And I think you saw a little bit of that tonight, And I think the other girls who haven't played with her nearly as long are starting to do a much better job. Earlier in the season, you would see us getting that pick and roll, and they were throwing it too long and wanting her to go get it. And, when you've got 6'3" down there, you don't have to lead somebody like you may lead Lucy or Ella. For her, you want to hit her in the hands and let her catch it, and then just keep the ball above everybody and score.
Above everybody.
Yeah, yep. And so, I thought they did a really, really good job of that tonight. And I thought she did an excellent job of finishing with the ball. And we continue to talk to her about, balance, coming down balanced and then going back up with her shot and putbacks and things like that, because she rushes a little bit and misses a few here and there because of that. But I still think that is getting better. I think her rebound is getting better. I think when she gets a defensive rebound, she's using her pivot better to find an open guard. So I've said it, and I will continue to say it. Hannah is the unicorn of this program, and there's 50, maybe 100 Bree Joneses in Kentucky, 5'7" guard. There's a bunch of them. There's not a bunch of 6'3", post players that are built the way she's built at 14, 15 years old, put together the way that she is, and enjoys the game the way that she does, and wants to be a part of it. So, again, she is the unicorn, whether Stephen wants to hear it or not. She is, and a lot of our success going forward is gonna be because of her. And the one thing that I want to see, and I'll say it because I'm not Coach Mack, is I want to see the officiating be more favorable for her, because I think that she gets calls against her because she's big, and she doesn't get calls because she's big.
He knows that all too well.
And it's completely unfair. And hopefully that'll improve as this region gets used to seeing a player like her, because she's different than Williams. She's different than Huffines. I don't know that there's another. Maybe the John girl at Owensboro. She might be similar to Hannah.
But she's not that tall, I don't think, is she?
Well, they have one that's probably close to her size, and maybe John is the wrong one, but they do have one. But I don't know that she plays like Hannah plays. I think she plays kind of as a wing.
The true post player seems like in the girls' game is really far and few
yes,
between.
absolutely. And so I don't know that these officials, when the last time they may have officiated a game with a player like her, and so hopefully that will continue to improve throughout her career. That things will be a little bit more fair and balanced for her. But she did an outstanding job tonight, and it's a couple games in a row over the last few weeks here. And I'm going to say this. I talked to Coach Mack and Coach A few weeks back about I just really wanted somebody to take that starting spot and say, hey, that's mine, and I'm gonna do something with it so that it stays mine. And I'll be honest, I think the first couple of games she was in was kind of her normal MO. She was getting 2 or 3 rebounds and 2 or 3 points. But I feel like in the last probably week and a half, 2 weeks, you're starting to see a difference. And I think a lot of that comes with confidence. She actually played so much tonight, she was asking to come out.
She was breathing air pretty hard.
Yeah, she was getting winded there,
yeah.
Which Ella had gotten in foul trouble. So, our rotation was a little bit different than it normally would, because normally we'd get her and then we'd get Ella. But she had to stay and Ella had to come because of 2 fouls. But, I'm excited to see what she has done over the last few weeks, because I think she's had maybe a 14-point game here over the last few weeks too, and her rebounding's going up. She's getting more physical, and so future is bright for that freshman class. I mean, Bratcher's had some really, really nice moments. Bowman's
nice move today, lowering the shoulder.
Yep. Bowman's had some really, really nice moments, and you got Emma and Jordan in that mix. It's a really, really good class that they continue to develop. Will be a really good group, and then you throw some players from younger in there with them and what have you, and it's exciting to see. But I'm glad she had the big night tonight.
Don't hold your breath on the calls.
I know.
Tomorrow,
it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
We'll take you to tomorrow. Let's just say what I think we both hope in is the snow doesn't come, or if it comes, it clears out early enough that you all can play tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds the best.
Yeah,
it comes and clears.
Yeah, I'd be fine if it just doesn't even come at all. You want the
comes
snow?
and clears might get us a delay or maybe even out of school.
Steven and I are working no matter what.
Sam's
so
the old man. He's sitting in his rocking chair, cussing at the clouds.
Yeah, pretty much. Grandpa Simpson there. I don't like the snow at all.
Right.
You're supposed to be the one that doesn't like it. You're the Florida guy.
I love it.
Really?
Yes.
Never got to have it growing up, so
yep.
now you're.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like people here going to the beach. I could never go to. I could never go to the beach again and be fine.
When was the first time you saw snow? How old were you?
Well,
this is not even on topic, but now I'm genuinely curious.
We went on vacation one time when I was probably 10 or 12, and it was over Christmas, and we were there for Christmas Day, and it snowed Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning. Probably the first time I ever saw it. It was pretty neat. I was mesmerized. I was hooked then.
Yeah, see, now I'm done with it. As soon as it goes, I'm just ready.
I still like to sled with the kids and everything. I mean,
I had a college buddy from Tampa Bay, and when he came to school there in Tennessee, he didn't even own a big coat.
I can imagine. Yeah, Tampa's further south than me. 50 degrees is brisk for them.
Tomorrow, though, Greenwood.
Yep.
11 and 12, something like that. I know that they kind of spread out their scoring as well. I don't know a ton about them just yet. Do you know anything? And
I know they got some young talent. They've got an 8th grader, I think might be their leading scorer.
You are right on that. Now that I'm remembering.
Their best player.
But also with tomorrow, there's extra emotions around tomorrow as well. How do you handle that moving in?
Well, I think I think those girls want to have a big night, and I think everybody will play a little extra harder for them because you only get one chance to win on your senior night, and so. I think the younger girls, I think you'll see them, going a little harder, giving the extra oomph to make sure that it's a good night for those girls. And, so that is hopefully you've got their emotions. They've got theirs under control to play a good, solid game, because I could see it being emotional and starting slow or something. So we just got to be ready for that. But
a couple really tough years, their freshman and sophomore, and then have enjoyed some success the last 2 years. So good to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. They went through most of them were in the program, as middle schoolers, and were coming up and playing some freshman JV. So, Mac's probably their third, maybe their fourth coach. Heck.
Well, I was making the comment that Isabel and Sutton both played for Ted.
Yep.
They played for Todd.
Yep.
And they played for Mac, and I guess they played for you now too.
No. But so the turnover and things like that, it is, and that's
one turnover.
Absolutely,
I
consistency.
Played for three coaches in college, and it's not fun.
Yeah, consistency. I think it does programs a lot of good, and so it is nice that they went through the struggles early, and last year, and knock on wood, this year, like you said, have had a lot of success, and 2 regular season district championships. Obviously, you'd like to have seen the tournament go differently last year for last year's seniors, but still got an opportunity to win the district tournament this year. But as far as Greenwood goes, like I said, they've got some talent. They gave, they beat Butler County by 2, I think it was, but they led most of that game by multiple possessions. It would be 4 or 7. And then Butler would bring it back to 2 or 3, and then it would jump out to 4 or 7. And so, one thing I do notice is against Butler's pressure, unfazed. They handled it like it wasn't even there. And so that is something that we'll have to think about going into tomorrow night is, do we want to pressure some, or do we want to try it? Because, like I said, they would just throw over top of Butler's and were getting uncontested layups out of it. And so that was impressive to see, because I watched that game on YouTube or whatever. And, they've got a couple of really good wins and have been in some other pretty good games. And we'll have to play good basketball. And at times tonight, the one thing I'll say is, the ball movement that we had tonight, if that continues and then some of the other things move along, we're moving the ball right now as good as I've seen in the 4 years I've been a part of the basketball program. Some of the passes we're making down low, Isabel had a couple of drives and bounced it between 2 people for uncontested layup. Late here, Sutton, you normally would think the pass needs to be a bounce pass, but she threw a chest pass down to the block to Isabel, uncontested layup. There was one down here, we got a rebound, and I think all 5 people touched it for a swish 3.
Mm-hmm.
The ball movement was stellar. So Greenwood would be a good test for us, though. But I think the rest of our schedule has got some good games in it, which we take care of business, I think is going to prove to be beneficial for us as far as the RPI goes. So that is, the nice thing about playing, people that aren't slouches is they've got a chance to help us as far as RPI goes, and so we'll get ready to go on.
They're listening to us
tomorrow
down there,
night,
so they're going to be able to hear us here in about 30 seconds. So if you got
Bree
any
hears
messages,
every game back anyway. So
I'm sorry to Bree.
Hannah should have been listening earlier when I was talking good about her.
They're about to hear yours. Well, Coach, congrats on the win. Yep. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yep, hopefully. Fingers
That's
crossed.
Assistant Coach Brian Jones. The Hometown Hangout MVP comes up next on K105.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best.
we push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Time now for your hometown hangout MVP for today's game, and I'll take this one. And it is Hannah Smith is our hometown hangout MVP for today's game. Career high 19 points for Hannah, so she has won the hometown hangout MVP for today's contest. We'll come back, wrap it up after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living
Where have you
to
been?
your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full
Grades
potential.
are unacceptable, Miles. Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
Protecting this beautiful world requires balancing our needs with the planet's well-being. The biodiversity of North America's wetlands is an indicator of our ecosystem's health. More diverse wetlands with hundreds of species mean richer soil, cleaner water, and abundant pollination, all vital to our basic needs and creature comforts. Join Ducks Unlimited to shape a sustainable future that benefits wildlife habitats and our communities. A public service from Ducks Unlimited.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Time to wrap up our coverage here today. Grayson County wins 67-49. The scoring, Izzy Wilkins led with 20 for Muhlenberg County, 15 for Tayliana Groves, 9 for Taylor Wilkins, 3 for Brindley Sparks, and 2 for J.C. Harper. For Grayson County, career high 19 for Hannah Smith, 17 for Bree Jones, 11 for Sutton Van Meter, 7 for Isabel Blanton, 5 for Ellie Bratcher, 4 for Ella Narvaez, 2 for Lucy Torrance, and 4 Lexi Logston. Assistant coach True Jones is waving goodbye, and Steven, that means it's time for, oh, look at that. That was really a wave goodbye there for assistant coach True Jones. Very quickly, your final thoughts.
Well, the most important thing, we say this every time, getting the win is what's most important, and able to pull this one out tonight. And again, these games do have meaning because that RPI is so important for us right now in the district tournament.
We'll keep tracking that as well. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be back Greenwood, 5:40 on the Moose. You can watch it if you're watching with us at the same spot. So that'll wrap us up here tonight. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew. You had Eli Hufflepuff Smith and Owen Nacho Embry. So on a night where Grayson County wins against Muhlenberg County 67-49, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.